Good morning. All right, so today we're going to be talking about some watches, man. I know on the lives, man, it just comes straight in, title. So today's title or today's topic is really going to be talking about those watches that don't get talked about as much on YouTube. They're introduced, and then once they get in, they kind of push back or push down, lost in the algorithm somewhere. And everybody's gonna be a little different though. I know it depends on your search, but if you don't know what you're searching for, then you could possibly miss out on a watch that is one, affordable for you. Two, it could be just what you're looking for in the sea of watches. What up, T White? What's going on, man? What's good, bro? What's good, man? Out there, I know you out there working, man. Working hard, man. Saving America. Let's do the watch check real quick, man. So I got this Islander on. I just posted this on Instagram, and it's easy to say like these little sayings like arguably one of the best watches or whatever. It's no argument. This watch is under 300. Oh no, it's under $400. It's $369, I believe, on Islander watches, and in comparison to a lot of watches I've dealt with, and this thing, sick. It is sick. Yo, what's going on, Dave? I know, bro. No, you out there saving the world, man. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody in YouTube land, I know you probably can't see the channel on replay. However, there's a guy in here, one of the top collectors, man. And actually, I see there's another one. There's two top collectors that just came in here, man. Man, then here come a third. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's a number of collectors in here. I'm a student of the game. I'm just trying to figure it out. These guys got it figured out already. Top tier collecting is what they do. And the reason why my collection looks the way it does, man, a couple of them in here. Then we got a comic book artist in here, man. Okay. We got a lot of celebrities, man. A lot of celebrities. Cool. I appreciate you guys taking time out your day because I know y'all working, y'all, you know what I'm saying, doing your thing. And you messing with me this morning.
That's good.
That's dope. But let's just jump right into, I'm going to cover a couple of topics, man. One of them covering the topic of the watches that they were debuted on YouTube, and they're still available for people to actually purchase. I'm just getting ready to take... Jay Jones, man. What's up, Jay Jones? What's happening? All right, so let me jump into the first watch. And I think, like, for me, I was more interested in the Zodiac brand because of YouTube, because of the watch reviews that I've seen. And I actually went to go to an AD to look at this watch. And I liked the watch. I didn't like the price because when I saw this one, took it out and I smelled, like, you can smell it. It has vanilla extract. I don't know how they fuse that with this rubber, but it smells good, and it's crazy. If you work out and you start to sweat, it just really, you smell it, man, like when it gets warmed up. But yeah, this watch was when I went to the AD the first AD I went to, this was about $1,300. It's a beautiful watch. I mean, you got it, I think, decent action on the ratcheting. The loom is anybody that ever been in the military, anybody that ever joined the army, and those old Humvees, when you put on your night lights, right? You know what I'm saying? When you need like light discipline, you got your NVGs on. That's how the loom is on them. I mean, the exact same color. If you know, then you know. And it doesn't last long though. You know what I'm saying? But it would, like, what's crazy is this watch, honestly, I mean, even if you hit it with a blast, with your NVGs, you'll be able to see it. Man, no problem. You'll be able to look down at your watch, you know what I'm saying? So this, I would even say, it's a dive watch, but you can use this for military functions. But you would miss out on this watch because you can actually get these things periodically, like on the gray market, man. I've seen them as low as $500, and I would say they're worth it. They're worth it. Sturdy watch. I take this out on a regular basis, man. Perfect fit for me. But I don't know if you know about this. And plus the heritage of this thing, man. So this is the Super Seawolf. This watch was one of the first in the 50s to come out. So you had Block Pond, 50 Fathoms, you had Rolex, that first dive watch, and then you had this bad boy. There was a fourth, I believe, that came like a year or two later. I can't remember what it was. But oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Actually, these are like 2-3 weeks old now. Just got these glasses. Let me see. Vanilla Sweat sounds like a 90s R&B group. Vanillas. You'll be the one to pick up on that, bro. Like, why am I not surprised? All right, here's another one that I'm gonna show you. That somebody may part with it, somebody may sell this watch online. It's an Islander timepiece, and it'll fly up on the radar because there was people that I just posted this to, talked about names like, what the heck is Islander? So I had to explain it to them. But this is an Islander Phoebus collaboration, and this watch is a very fun watch. And seeing that we're in summer, it got a summery color, perfect cruise watch, and there's no beating Phoebus's loom. Phoebi, Phoebus, whatever, however you like, multiple Phoebuses. Their watches, man. And the one I think that had the craziest loom that I saw in person, man, was this one they call the Great Wall. But here's the deal. Mark from Long Island does a number of collaborations with multiple. He does one with Spinnaker. He does this one. He just did one in a like a Seiko 5 configuration. I'm trying to think. Oh, I think it was that. Was it that? He's a YouTuber. He's an older guy that he does audio. I can't remember his name. It's like the cheap watch guy, cheap audio guy. I think that's what it is. But he did a collaboration with him, and that watch may be sold out. But it was, I believe, the front of that watch was like a record. It was designed like a record, which I thought was dope. That thing went on sale yesterday. But yeah, this is a watch. Doesn't have the. If you try to compare, look at this watch. What do you compare that to? What would you compare this watch to? Something that I'm gonna say main brand, big box store brand. Or you could just say, hey, I don't want to compare it to nothing. I just want to wear it. This is one thing I do like what they did. They gave you a diver. They gave you great loom. And as you can see, the numbers, like that is a sandwich dial. So it kind of has that Panerai vibe on it. Oh, then that has a low thud to it. As far as ratcheting, no play at all though. Very legit, 120 click. This thing is clean, it's colorful, man. They take let's see, do I have that? Hold up, let me show you. See the Squale? See the orange hand? They got one in there too. Great touch, great touch. I'm not gonna say Squale. I mean, I just got the Squale with me. I don't think that's underrated. Or maybe it is. But I think Squale does get a decent amount of play on YouTube, but not as much. Plus, they up there in price. It looks like a copy. A copy of what, though? Of what? They don't do enough theme watches for different professions. Yeah. Calm me down. Wow. Oh, bro. Phoebus. Thank you, bro. You look like a copy of it. What is going on? It's the one thing about lives, you never know what's gonna happen, man. You just gotta, you know what I'm saying, strap in like you riding a bull, bro, and just hold on for dear life. Hey, moving on. Wow. So I'm gonna talk about one of my favorite watches that always get pushed down. Always, man, just like it just get looked over, man. It don't get the airtime it needs, man. But I tell you what I'm gonna do. If nothing else, man, if I don't do nothing else on YouTube, man, I'm gonna talk about this one company right here, and that is Glycine. Glycine, yup. Look at that GMT. I don't have the 24-hour one out here with me, but this is a watch that is completely overlooked. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion on this watch, man. You can tell time in like 4 time zones on this watch, man. From the re-hot, man, to the dial, to the freaking bezel. They still keep that same function they did back in the 50s right there. They kept it true. Now, I'm going to tell you what people do. Oh, wait a minute. And then, anybody that's used to, anybody that know about Glycine know that the original Glycine did not have an open case back. Once you take that off, exhibition case back, you can actually see your movement. And the thing about what they do, which I think is crazy, is they have so many different variations. So you either have an ETA movement or a Solita movement. Just depends on what they got, because they have both, right? And the configurations are crazy. So this one has a Solita 330. My other one has a Solita 330, but that one has the 24-hour scale to where it goes around the whole dial, 24-hour scale. This one has the 24-hour scale on it, but it's telling time at 12 hours on a 12-hour scale. Other watch, 24-hour scale. This one, 12-hour scale. So the date, in other words, if you don't know what that means, the date is going to change, right? Once it goes, it has to go around 2 rotations for the date to change. And I'm not trying to insult anybody, but I know, like, I get those questions. You know what I'm saying? So, color match date for the theme of the watch. This is a full lume dial. Full lume dial. The best lume thus far on the Airman, because this is the Airman. The other ones are like, they just got the best combat subs, man. Like, those watches are nice, and then you're not gonna pay a whole bunch. This watch was under $500 for a Solita 330. Now, keep in mind, if you're doing your pricing and you're looking at watches, because it's like GMTs is the past 2 years, GMT's blown up. Glycine's been doing GMTs since the 50s. You know what I'm saying? So, negative 10 points on the house. No, bro. No. I gotta keep that on there, man. Integrity, bro. I gotta keep it fresh, man. My wrist be getting oily, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Do you have that problem, bro? I get oily. You feel what I'm saying? Well, at least there, man. My hands get dry, but like everything else, man, can't be having that oil funk on there. I was at the GMTs before they were cool. I like seeing have a few. Yes, I saw that new Kraken. What's up, Megazoid? Man, hey, bro. Look, DK being who he is, bro. Trap gonna get that for sure. It's out too. It's out. I like it, man. I like it. Underrated, man. Underrated. And when we're doing our research, when you buying watches and stuff like that, man, I can say this because I've heard this from a number of channels that dare to say these things, is calling out other channels but without saying their names. I love that because let's remind you people that when you're doing your journalistic work on watches and stuff like that, and you're trying to tell people, hey, you want to study this company has history, this is done first, and this is the value that this watch brings. You only do it for the watches that you think is going to get you. You know what? Let's talk about this, because Space G sent me a video yesterday. I don't even know who the guy is, but he's some popular watch enthusiast, right? So I take it, I saw the picture circulating. They had, I saw it on Teddy Bulbasaur's Facebook page or Instagram page. He literally wore the Gladiator. So if you go and type in world's ugliest watch, the Gladiator rainbow style, or the iridescent, they call it rainbow, but it's the iridescent, right? If you look on Google, type that in yourself, it'll come up with that. But there's a number of other watches, but for the sake of poking fun, Invicta is always going to be the punching bag of social media. That's just what it is, right? And I've said this on multiple videos. If you are somebody that wants to get into, watch reviews and stuff like that, or just show your passion, and you're like, man, my numbers ain't moving. If you did a hate video or poking fun at Invicta, numbers going through the roof. Numbers are going through the roof. I'm telling you from experience. So that posted, and I was looking at Teddy had posted it on Instagram. It just circulated, and they were making fun of that watch. So for however long, for the past few weeks, Invicta has been getting the attention that it normally gets. Right? They were joking about the watch. They completely disregarded the people that actually like the watch. That's what I thought was funny. I was like, man, you guys are like, hey, this is the eyesore, this is that. I said, but there's actually people. There's a number of people. There's thousands upon thousands of people that love that watch, that wear that watch. I mean, case in point, the Gladiator as a whole. And if you don't know what the Gladiator looks like, just type in Invicta Gladiator if you're not familiar. That is my most watched short, hands down. There's 50,000 views on that one watch. That may be the joke, may be the scourge of everything. I've heard all the different stuff, but people like what they like. Then, because if you, in that same vein, we're talking about world's ugliest watch. There were 5 Rolexes that was in that. One was a cheetah print with gemstones around it, some type of citrine or something like that. That was one. Sylvester Stallone watch was another one. So there's a number of other watches they could have chose, but again, it's easier to talk about Invicta because Invicta's already established themselves as being trash among some people. Like, I guess the high-end people, the snobby people. All right, boys, I'm out. Be easy. All right, bro. DK, though. I'm ready to leave. Man, man. So, again, consider this. If you've never seen this type of watch, and this is just one. So they have this one. They have one in the army green. They got one with there's actually 2 black contrast. Just imagine this case. And the dial, the face of this watch is all black, but it has like a blue stripe that goes through it, like a tropical blue stripe that comes through and it transfers onto the actual, or continues onto the strap. And then they got the red one. They have, there's maybe 3 of those color variations. But there's a blue full lume dial. Now this is crazy. There's 2 variations of this color. You have this one with a GMT hand on it, and the other one does not have a GMT hand on it, but it still has a Leader 330. The other one has a true 24-hour dial. So, just depends on what you want. Hey man, I know he want to do more than take a deep. He probably want to take somebody's last breath. That's what he want to do. He want to take somebody's last breath, man. That's crazy. Hey, I'm telling you, bro. Hey man, we need to get Vic needs to start doing what you call those Disney videos. He needs to be a Disney vlogger and make hundreds of thousands of dollars per month doing Disney stuff. So, I wish it was that easy. So yeah, so like saying, for the win, in my opinion, the best bang for your buck. There's another watch that I think, that I know, it is, and the only reason I knew about this watch was another collector, The Source, told me about this watch. Then I went on YouTube and did some research, and Teddy Bulbasaur actually talked about the brand, and it's Midu. So Midu, just take a look at this one. This is called the Multi 4. It's a compression style, but it's not a compression watch, but it's a compression style. So you actually, the inner bezel actually works by that second crown at the 2 o'clock. Now, the watch, all in all, it's amazing, Swiss made timepiece, beautiful. It's more dial than anything else, so it looks bigger than what it is because you don't have like a lot of bezel on it. But this is, man, if you could say, like, caption this, you know what I'm saying? I call this the commuter. That's what I just call this the commuter, man. This the watch, man, you know what I'm saying? A businessman throw on, and he's going back and forth to work. He's doing his death by PowerPoint, as we call it in the military. That's what this type of watch is. But then you leave, once you leave the office, man, and you just chilling for a cocktail, that's this type of watch. This watch hits different, in my opinion, man. It's a really, I don't know, man, it just captured me different. You know what I'm saying? So, set this thing real quick. I want to get this out the way. So I just want to show you the date window. It's all Swiss made too, man. This thing, and you have like the sign crown. Rotor is signed with the Midu. Scissors deployment clasp. It has a friction, so it's dual. You know what I'm saying? Boom, pop. Get your fingernails in there, pop it. It's easier. I'm gonna tell you one the strongest friction clasp I ever dealt with, man, is Longines, man. Longines is not playing. Longines, man, I'm telling you, got to get like all type of stuff. You almost got to get like a pry bar to get the thing off. But this one also comes with like the loom on it. Look at the dial. Look like your shades in your living room, don't it? And then it's sandwich style, so it got depth to it. That thing is, it's just a sweet watch. This is a sweet watch, man. And how many? This got 200 meters too. 200 meters, so you can go. And here's the deal. Like I said, a commuter watch. You can take some vacation if you one of those type of people that work while you on vacation, or you travel a lot. You got time to get in the pool. You even got to take it off, man. It's a weekender. I guess you call it a weekender too. Who does that? Timex has a weekender. Midu, Swiss made weekender. That's what this is, man. This watch is, I like this watch, man. I think this watch is dope. Today, Friday, hold on, I'm gonna set this. I may even throw this on today. I think, you know, matter of fact, I'm gonna throw this on. Set the what's today? What's today, y'all? I can look down. Today the 19th. 200 meters is baseline with a few exceptions, just because. Today is the 19th. Set it, and it's easy to use, man. Like, it's easy, y'all. This thing is dope. And I purchased this watch. Okay, this is about it's four and some change. You can get these watches relatively cheap, man. For Swiss made. But you have to do your homework, though. You gotta do your homework. It's that easy, man. It's that easy. I don't want you to miss out, though. And don't do a fear of missing out, too. YouTube is good for that. YouTube is good for just... Let me see. What's up, Trap? Just lurking. What's up, Luciano? Tony. Hold up, I missed the question. Friday free day, Vic. Oh, show lane. Oh. That's one thing about the automotive business, man. I do not miss. It's management. Management, boy. Enterprise had it right when they said, man, if you take care of employees and customers, man, your profits will follow, man. Like, I don't know why it's so hard to take care of your people. Heck, if they making you that kind of money, if they making you bread, now I can see if you had somebody in there that's not making you money, or that's like sapping money from the company because they, for whatever reason, man, take care of them, man. It's that easy. That easy. gonna tell you a watch that can take care of you. I think Vic's still in here. Trap. I want caps. Like you wonder. $2. Bruh. So this is I'm gonna call this is one of Vic's favorites. Let me go ahead. So in the micro brand space, which it's easy to overlook micro brands, man, because everybody, for the most part, they'll talk about micro brands, but like they're looking at the names. They got to know that if they don't know the name, they're like, man, I ain't messing with it. But I'm gonna tell you, watch that guy completely overlooked, in my opinion. And I saw it once, and this was actually the last video I saw on this watch was 2 years ago. And that's this one right here, man. A Cincinnati Field Watch. Shoot, I mean, well, not even 2 years ago, because my video was the last one that I really saw. You know, nobody's really talking about this watch. And this is a field watch from the Cincinnati Watch Company, and they have an Arco Deco style. They out of Ohio, and of course, you know the railway system goes through Ohio. Have a rich history with trains with the railway, and you can see they put an emphasis on that track. Look at that. That's a whole train track going around. Right up around there. You see it all the way around. And the numbers are not applied, man. It's like, look at it. It has a 3D effect to it. This isn't a bracelet that came on it. I actually ordered this bracelet. This came on a NATO strap, which is a dope NATO strap. It's burgundy. It's burgundy. That's what made me really just like go for this. What's up, Oscar? That's what made me go for this, man. And then it has like, look how far that seconds hand come all the way out to the track. I'm talking about this dang is scraping the frame. And then it has sort of like the hands are elegant, man. So, man, this thing, I mean, it just got that vibe, bro. This is a phenomenal watch. Phenomenal. And I got a chance to see him. Jordan is the watchmaker that put these watches together. I literally watched this being tested. This one is running, I think it was at 2 seconds. I think it's 2 seconds per day. Seen him do that. He do the pressure test right there. He tests every watch. It's not just one or two. He tests every watch that comes through. So when you get it, you get a card too, and it tells you the deviation time of your watch. Another one, and it's affordable in comparison. In comparison, I say that, and I know there's some people that, you know, it's like, hey, Trap, I can't afford a $200 watch, let alone a $500 watch. So let's just say it's approachable. It is approachable. Now, the only downside to Cincinnati, it is a micro brand. The downside to it is, you see this one, you may like this one, you say, hey, what's the website? Let's go over to CincinnatiWatch.com. And they're sold out. This one, that colorway was so popular when I first saw it. When I first went into it, I tried to get it. So I actually hit him up, and he gave me the tour up in Ohio, and I ended up getting a watch. So, and the loom is great too. The loom is real nice. The loom is real nice on this watch. Another watch that is underrated. Another watch that, I mean, you know what? I think this watch gets more play on, for me at least, on Instagram and Facebook. It's Spinnaker. And tomorrow I'll be dropping a video, just responding and reacting to what I've done, or what I saw on the wind up. There's some videos that I hadn't put up. Mumble. Sold out references the biggest thing. Sorry about that, y'all. Sold out references. I'm not listening to you, Vic. Thelonious, what's going on? Yeah. I encourage all you guys, if you're watching this on replay, I encourage you to go over to Cincinnati. In every watch that I recommend to you guys today, I don't get any compensation. I'm just sharing information with you guys, because there's a watch out there that you may like, that you don't even know exist yet. You know, because you may want something different. And we're, you know, I have to be 100% honest, man. I'm down for a sale watch. I'm down. I'm down. If it's a watch that I've been looking at, Seiko has been having a lot of stuff, man. And I don't always share. No, matter of fact, I don't share the same sentiments as some of the bigger names on YouTube when they talk about the downfalls of Seiko, right? My problem with Seiko is something different. You know, they talk about, hey, have a number limited. Is it limited? Yeah, it may not be the number that you want it to be limited, but it is limited. You know, 15,000 people, the chances of you running into somebody is higher than a watch that's only like, was the Atlantic, which is a brand I'm going to be covering in my reaction video that's dropping tomorrow. Atlantic, go to Atlantic. Gosh, man, they got some nice watches. And for you guys that really like that 7750 and the 7751, I said this on a previous video, you are going to be pleasantly surprised on these watches. They're very, very well put together. Amazing watches, man. Professional. Like, it's all that, man. But those another brand that will fall by the wayside, because I can tell you, I have another video I'm working on, and it's going to be a minute before that one comes. And it's just, and I'll give you the gist of it. It's basically what's talked about the most on YouTube and the vibe. I mean, there's one thing talking about a watch and all that it does, but how does that fit in your everyday? Because imagine this. I got a watch right here. This piece right here. This Omega, right? Lavo. This is said to is degrading Omega's name. And this is coming out of some of the, you know, big YouTubers' name out their reviews. Some don't like this. They think it's a waste. It's a cash grab. It's this. I mean, and if we would sit down to have, you know, a debate about this, I'm like, there's a lot of things that's cash grabs. There's some watches that I feel that, you know, like the Tiffany Blue thing. Think about this, like how we go. GMT's been around for a long time, and that's one thing I saw the GMT version of Seiko's Presage, right? And I was like, why did they do that in a dress watch? Why do you need a GMT in a dress watch? I don't like it. I still think Seiko does a great job, but I didn't like it. But that's just me. It's like one of the things, you see a post that you don't like, you keep scrolling. Yo, press play. Thank you. You said you really like Glycine in Cincinnati. All the watches you just showed are solid choices. Thank you. What up, Corey? But that's just it, though. That's just it, man. Like, when we're talking watches, man, gosh, you know, that's why I appreciate some other channels over other. I'm not even calling no channel names out and stuff like that, but there's some that will educate you. There are some that are there to flip watches. That's their primary goal, is to give you enough information to keep you intrigued. I mean, think about this. Anybody that's old enough to know about G.I. Joe, you know G.I. Joe was a great cartoon, right? But it was also one of the best or the greatest marketing. They had marketing like Rolex, right? You know what I'm saying? It was like perfect. They got to the parents through the kids. G.I. Joe was just a bridge to sell toys. I love G.I. Joe. And guess what? I had so many. I had over, 70 G.I. Joe characters, toys. I had like 4 dozen vehicles. You know what I'm saying? Like every chance I got, Mom, the new video came out. I'm getting on the honor roll just to get that. I'm watching the Joe team and then I'm doing that. Transformers the same way, man. You know what I'm saying? So same thing with watches. The same thing with people the YouTubers that do that. They present it so well. They're so well versed in what they do. They talk about the history. They get you all wound up in the history of the watches and what it means. But I got a question for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's not even a question. I'm taking it back. I don't have a question for you guys. But I'm just going to drop this nugget on y'all. We talk about the history of watches, right? But I hardly ever hear like what was going on at that time. You know what I'm saying? We talk about the soul, right, in 1938, but then like that was during the Great Depression, right? We talk about there's a lot of things that's happened. There's a lot of people that own these watches, and what did they have to sacrifice to get that on their wrist? That may not mean anything to you, but like we're talking about the history of the watch, we have to talk about the history of the people that bought the watches. Who were the watches made for? Because they did show there was classism. There were watches that were $1 back in the 1800s, late 1800s. There were watches that were $50. There were watches that was $300 and more. But there was only, man, definitely, if your watch cost $1,000 in the early 1900s, you got that bread. You making some good money. $50,000 a year with the equivalence, I don't know what that would be now, $1 million? Oh, snap, I caught it live. Space G95, man, I was just talking about you. You know I mess with you. And I appreciate you, man. I own a Notice GMT sharp looking watch. I looked that up too. I'm gonna look that up. Yeah, I know you mess with me, Jay. I already know. Hope I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Any comments? I appreciate you guys for being here. I thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up and just being here. But I just want to share this information with folks, man. You know what I'm saying? If you just got here, if you just getting in here, I just showed a few watches that you probably would miss because it's buried in the algorithm. It's buried. The Phoebus and Islander. Now this watch represents. You can't get this one because it's sold out. I got this one because Mark is always doing a collaboration, and I can say this with a certainty. We always celebrate the forefathers, the founders of watches, right? Like we celebrate the Pateks, the APs, the Hamiltons, the Rolex, Lycine, 1914, I believe. Yep. Well, no, I take that back. That's not celebrated, and I think I'll get to that in a second. But we celebrate all of the watch companies that were created and as late as early as, let me see, what was it, 1735? I may be wrong on that, but I know it was Block Pond is like the oldest watch company out there, and I want to say 1735. I could be wrong, but I think it's 1735 and 1755 with somebody else was Perlay was 1777. But y'all get the gist of it. All of these people, dead and gone, their family, some of them still own the company. This dude harassing me, man. This dude just walked up on me, man. Hold up, man. Get the camera around on this dude, man. Who is you? 3D. What is that? 3D. Go on, get out of here. That's my son going to work. Oh, well, wait a minute. You ain't got to work today, do you?
No. I didn't have to talk to my manager.
Hey, go back. Get some dryer sheets.
Okay.
All right. Don't go back to your job. Oh, you gonna go get some dollar store?
Okay.
Yeah, don't walk back to your job. Crazy. Hey, he said, "Yo, Spider Flash." Yeah, man, that's my boy. So yeah, just keep this in mind. Keep this in mind, man. Like, there's things that you don't even talk about, man. That's why I take an interest in the people that collect. You know, I got a show tonight. We're gonna be talking about EDC knives and stuff like that. Man, matter of fact, I'll give you an example. And I know my man Joe is working right now, but I got a blade, right? I got this knife off of what's the WhatsApp? Look at that. I carry this with me on a regular basis. This is a really nice knife. And the thing about this was what's the brand name? That's the brand name right there. And he is a martial artist. I can't remember. I read the card. He is skilled, I think, in like 4 different variations of martial art. I think 4 different ones. So I think he's a master of 4 or 5. One of the 2. but I know it's a lot. But yeah, we're gonna be talking tonight. We're gonna be talking EDC accessories. Also, I haven't mailed it out yet, Space, but you got one of these coming to you. You got one. This is yours right here. This is yours right here. I'm gonna get this out to you as soon as I'm done with breakfast. But I want to show sailcloth. Do you have this on deck? This is another thing too that's overlooked. Like, you get them every once in a while. You be like, hey, they some of these guys have friends or they have some type of partnership. I don't have a partnership with a strap thing yet, a strap company yet. That would be nice to have one, so I can, get you guys like the best options, best deals. But for right now, I get them how I can. I'm still waiting, man. I am still waiting on some straps that hadn't came in yet, man. The company, I guess they ran out. I'm just waiting on it's back ordered. So keep this in my don't pass on the Magnum. Let me talk about that for a second, bro. Let me talk about that for a second. Right here on this show, you guys know that I do talk about affordable options. I talk about, I got some options in here that's gonna hit you around the $1,500 mark. But as far as Invicta's concerned, I don't think people like you, Vic, will not let the Magnum brand die, the variation of watch. But Invicta is willing. I don't know what's going on with them. It's weird how the Invicta stores is popping. We know it in the communities. Anybody that does their research will find that the Invicta stores have, the prices and stuff like that. And some use that research as a way to, as a pun, a joke, degrading it and stuff like that. But that is an option for people, man. So if you don't know this, and we're talking about Magnums here. If you don't know this, Magnum is a brand or style of watch that Invicta has created back in 2015. I don't have an example right now, but it is a very, very unique brand style of watch. It's not a homage to anything, and you either love it or you hate it. It's one of those. It's not that's cool. No, it's like, yeah, or so, and that's what a lot of Invicta pieces, man. But you have to appreciate, or you should appreciate, a company like Invicta, because the one thing that like the people don't talk about when it comes to Invicta is Invicta normally springboards collectors into doing other things, into buying those brands that is talked about so frequently on YouTube. But I'm not gonna get into that. Dialing it back, because we coming in for a landing. Dialing it back to this one thing: a watch for you should be based on your lifestyle and, of course, your money. There are so many options out here that you can just jump into at a low cost, and that's just point blank, period. For the collector that's like, yo, I can't afford, $200 watch. If you like dive watches, the Casio Duro, that's $50 something, man. If you miss Prime Day, so you probably, I think it's like 12% off that watch, so it was under $50. You missed Prime Day, but here's the deal: there's always a deal on Amazon. Always a deal. Prime Day just happen to be, like they may take a couple more percent off or whatever. It is what it is. But don't miss out, and don't do. Just my recommendation: fear of missing out. And I think we'll talk more about this, because normally on Sundays, man, I'll have an open forum and people get up and talk about, as far as watch collecting, we'll just talk about these terms and topics, and what you like, what you don't like. Right now, I'm not in I don't like. I just look at. I believe more watches should be talked about and brought up. So I am going to be showcasing these watches. I've actually showcased these watches before, but I am going to test the algorithm. I'm in a position where I'm going to test the algorithm. So I'm going to post the number of these, the Midu, all right? I'm going to post the Cincinnati watch, the Cincinnati's, and again, they had new watches come out, and I haven't seen any of the big names talk about those watches. The Eclipse watch, when we had the Eclipse, I think that would have been perfect for, if I could have got my hands on one, I would have did a video. I'd actually wore it on the day that Eclipse happened, because that's when they launched it, on the day. I thought that was pretty dope. Wish I could have got my hands on it, but you know, it is what it is. And Mark, and that's what I got off on a tangent. Mark is very essential in the process of, you have somebody that's making watches right now, that's designing watches, that hands down, I'm not even gonna argue with nobody, this is one of the best divers of, man, for the, like when you look at the price, that's the thing that gets me. It's like, okay, when you get into a watch that's $1,000 and then you get a watch that's under $400, and you're like, wait a minute, this thing is hitting, the impact of this watch is overshadowing this watch that I paid. I'm like, gosh, that shouldn't happen, but it does. It does. That's why I say, man, do your homework first, if you can. I think the biggest problem is, like, people don't know about micro brands because you don't have access to them like that. And the still picture, that only tells a portion of the story. So I think we're good. We're good to land right now. What y'all think? I think we can stop right there. You know what I'm saying? There's a number of you guys that's still in the chat, and I would love to continue. But you know, we do have a live tonight. We're gonna be talking EDC. So I'm gonna see if my man is available. I got a collector, and not only EDC. And if you don't know EDC to me, that is everyday carry, right? Everyday carry. That could be from your writing pen to your lighters, cigarette lighters and stuff like that. Talking sunglasses tonight. We have some jewelry. I'm going to be showcasing jewelry, comic books, things that I know a comic book can be everyday carry, because my nephew, he draws and he doodles and all kind of stuff, man. He has his own cartoon line. So his everyday carry is his backpack, his pens, his coloring pencils and stuff like that, his drafting paper. So in his comic books. So everyday carry. You know what I'm saying? Just depends on your lifestyle. So that's all I got right there. We got anything else before we leave? Do we have any topics you guys want to tackle before I go? No? I see Singh didn't drop me any jokes. Hold on, let me make sure. Let me go back through the chat. We had I think we had a pretty good conversation in 48 minutes. And yep, okay, so that's it. Thank you guys for watching, man. And tonight, 6:45 Eastern, I'll be going live. We'll be talking EDC and accessories. We'll see what we got and what I have added to the collection. Oh my gosh, as if I need something else to add to my collection. Check you guys tonight, 6:45 p.m. Eastern. Y'all be